Hello there. This is going to be my review of Ahsoka Episode 3. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video for more content. So, we open the episode with watching Hoyang train Sabine, General Grievous style, wielding the 4 lightsabers at once, and I thought that was awesome. You know, I always love it in Star Wars when they reference Grievous's forearms. They did it in Book of Boba. Thought that was hilarious. I thought it was great here. So he continues to be great. I love Hoyang. He's an absolute trolling master. He's a lot like Obi-Wan Kenobi like that. He loves to troll. He's just amazing. Hoyang seems to have a lightsaber collection on his wall, which is, again, quite reminiscent of General Grievous. And it's unclear if it's an actual lightsaber collection or if he's just got a bunch of training sabers, you know, like kind of like the flashlights he was using to train Sabine in this scene. But yeah, that was great. So the training sequence between Ahsoka and Sabine, it seems to have parallels between Luke Skywalker and Ben Kenobi, teaching her to fight blind. But it was a pretty good training sequence. It seems more in depth than the one we got in A New Hope, but it was very George Lucas Star Wars, and I thought that was great. So next you see the scene of Hera trying to convince Chancellor Mon Mothma to get involved against Thrawn. And you see that accompanying her is Senator Xiono, who is the father, if I'm not mistaken, the father of Kaz from Star Wars Resistance. And I thought there was a nice little connection there. It's good to see they're not just like trying to distance themselves from stuff they've done in the past to anything relating to the sequel. They are actually tying things together. So that was great. Hera continues to just dominate everyone around her, which is just amazing. She's very sassy. Even though she does lose the argument and doesn't get anyone to help her, she still dominates everyone in the room, and it's amazing to see. Jason Sindul is in this. He's quite a bit older than we see him in the epilogue of Star Wars Rebels, and that's good to see. Yeah, he wasn't a bad actor. It was quite great. It seems like maybe he might take an Anakin route down the line. He might be a great pilot and a great Jedi, but we'll see. Maybe he goes to Luke to be trained, maybe? But we all know how that turns out, so hopefully not. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. So it seems that, like, Ahsoka is trying to train Sabine in the ways of fighting like a Jedi, being more open to the Force. Kind of like Chirrut Imwe from Rogue One. He opens himself to the Force and fights using the Force as his ally, but doesn't really follow the traditions of the Jedi, but he still uses it to be an excellent combatant. And I think that would be quite awesome to see if Sabine manages to master that. So we'll see. Like the references to Anakin, Qui-Gon, and Dooku when Hoyang says Ahsoka comes from a long line of unconventional Jedi. Brilliant. Love those kind of references. Then you get Morgan Elsbeth's fighters going after Ahsoka and Sabine on the ship. And it seems that Shin Hati's fighter is the same class fighter as the Fireball from Resistance. And I thought that was quite cool as well. Another little connection there. If it is the same class, I'm not sure if it is, but it does look like the same class. Marok speaks. Yeah. You know my thoughts on Marok in the first 2 reviews, if you've watched them. But I do like his voice. If I'm not mistaken, it might be Sam Witwer with the same voice filter as Sith Stalker from Star Wars The Force Unleashed. I thought that was quite a good reference, if it is him. And again, like I said, there's another Boba Fett reference in there. You know, the guy who doesn't talk much. He drops Boba's epic line, you know, as you wish. Same as he says in Empire Strikes Back. Another great callback there. So next you see the Purrgil. They were awesome. I love the Purrgil. So something I did notice when they're flying through the Purrgil is the sounds that they make. Some of them are recycled sounds from Finding Nemo. When Marlin and Dory are inside the whale, that big deep bellowing is actually from that movie. And if you watch both scenes side by side, the scene in you know which scene in Ahsoka and the scene when they're inside the whale in Finding Nemo, then you'll notice it pretty quick. It's pretty funny. So all in all, a great episode. Only criticisms are it was very short, and it might have been a better idea to release this episode alongside the previous one as a double episode. And maybe this episode doesn't really stand well on its own and exists just a bridge to the next one. Like, I can't see myself just flicking this episode on just because I like the episode like I do with like Clone Wars or Rebels but you know, the other episodes do that quite well, but, you know, the ones we've got so far, but I don't think this one really stands well on its own, and that's obviously something all TV shows have to do, and it's all the things that, you know, it's one of the things that TV shows should do well. But other than that, I did enjoy the episode. I can't wait until next week because it seems we're getting to the parts in the trailer now where Baylan and Ahsoka confront each other. And I think it's Sabine and Shin Hati duel. So again for their rematch. So yes, we'll see. So that's it for now, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on Friday for my new upload as soon as I decide what it is. See you guys later. Bye.